You know, we hear a lot in this building and out on the campaign trail from Republican politicians who rail about property taxes. And it's true that property taxes are too high in Wisconsin, but there is a reason for that. And it's 15 straight years of total Republican control of this legislature, where they have slashed funds to public schools and forced local property taxpayers to foot the bill. For years, we've had multi-billion-dollar surpluses at the state level. But still, Republican politicians have punished every public school and every property taxpayer in this state by failing to give our kids even an inflationary increase for 15 years. During the same period, they've shoveled billions of taxpayer dollars that were meant for our public schools to unaccountable voucher schemes. Our schools cannot take it anymore. Now, the recently passed state budget had $0 new dollars for general school aids, zero, despite high inflation and rising costs that we're all suffering under. The bill we're proposing today is very simple. It provides basic funding for general school aids to Wisconsin schools to fund the $325 increase revenue limit authority from the 2023 budget, plus a little for inflation, so that districts do not have to increase property taxes. Every single school district will do better under this bill than current law. We know every kid around the state deserves to go to a great school so that they can meet their potential. And to be clear, this bill is not everything that our kids need or deserve, not even close. In fact, this is kind of the bare minimum. This bill is really just a test. It's a test of whether Republican politicians are serious about holding the line on property taxes, in which case they'll sign on to this bill and pass it. Or if they're going to continue hoarding your money in state coffers and refusing to fund your community schools and forcing seniors on fixed incomes to choose at the ballot box between making sure that their grandkids have a great school to go to and being able to afford to stay in their homes. And if this sounds familiar, that's because Republicans have, not just for the last 15 years, but for 30 of the last 32 years, had largely control over the legislature and the state budget writing process. They have used that power to underfund and undermine public education in every budget they touch. It has led to district consolidation, a teacher retention crisis, and school closures, reduced learning opportunities, and this toxic cycle of referendums. Then last week, Republican politicians stood in front of the press and they said they want to consolidate school districts. They want to close schools. And by the way, everything's the governor's fault. Give me a break. If they want to hold the line on property taxes, prove it. You can't have it both ways. Either you get to complain about it and try to make this issue political, or you can pass this bill and fund general school aids.